So there's been two questions that have been asked quite a lot. So here I am to answer them. So the first one is, what am I prepping for? And the second one is, why did I start this YouTube channel? And they kind of are both the same reason, really. So I'm off grid, and I'm going to be going further off the grid, and I'm preparing for civilization being terrible and not wanting to be a part of it. I mean, all the craziness that we've seen in this last year, like that, as the amount of people that have come to prepping and that are getting into off grid as a result of it, that in itself says how crazy that the real world is becoming. So I am preparing for making up a good place for my friends, for my tribe to come and gather. If SHDF happens, I want to make sure that I've done everything to know that the people that I care about and that are important to me know how to look after themselves, have those survival skills, and hopefully have the ability to come and find me, and we'll all meet up and, have a good party. And you know what? If anything short of a nuclear weapon taking out my living space, then I'm kind of thinking that that plan is going to work, because that's what I'm ultimately prepping for. I mean, does anybody know what is going to happen? Can anybody really predict anything? I mean, like, you can look at trends, you can look at economic collapse, you can look at what's happened historically with pandemics, but you can't really say that you're completely prepared for every scenario. You can only really hope for the best, and living off grid it's a good lifestyle. Like I've said before, it's done so much more for my health than living in civilization. And yeah, it's a really, really good way of living. Live like SHTF happened, and you won't notice when it does. I joked for a while on prepper groups way before the COVID pandemic that if there was any sort of like SHTF in situation in civilization, then I wouldn't notice until I was getting ill from not being able to access hospital treatments. And that was my experience at the start of the first lockdown, when I was away from my base, staying with some friends, and not able to get back for hospital stuff. So that was kind of how I predicted, and kind of, so yeah, I kind of thought, you know what, however long I last, I'm going to make sure that my friends are safe, that my friends can get to me, and even if they come and give me a great funeral, then I mean, that is prepping with a health condition, isn't it? You kind of, there's things you can prep for, there's things that you can't prep for. What I am preparing for is trying to give my friends and the people that I care about the skills, so that if SHTF does happen, then then they've got the skills. And the YouTube channel thing has just gone a bit crazy. That's kind of why it started, because I got like so many friends who were all of a sudden like being like, oh yeah, right, yeah, maybe we could do with learning some of this stuff. And then other friends that are off grid saying, you know what, like, you want to kidnap people from civilization because it's made you happier. So this is a good way to do it. And now it's kind of snowballed, and you know what, I'm feeling it a little bit over my head with like over 300 subscribers. It's amazing. Thank you so much for all watching. It's just been completely insane, and it's made me realize what an important topic it is to discuss. And off-grid prepping is such a goal for so many people. It looks like it's unachievable, but it really is, and that's why I'm going to be wanting to be doing more videos for you guys. And yeah, like, I mean, the last kind of like about 2 or 3 weeks of videos at least have been just purely based on things that people have wanted and people's questions. And so yeah, so that's what I'm preparing for. I am preparing for making a good camp for when my friends get there. That is definitely, I think, at the root of it, that is what I'm prepping for. I mean, you can't really say you're prepping for nuclear disaster, you're prepping for a pandemic. I mean, it's like having one specific thing. You could be the most well prepared prepper for a nuclear warhead, and then a pandemic comes and gets through your filtration system or whatever. I think there's so many situations. The world is so crazy, and there's so many situations that could be the SHTF that takes civilization and the grid out. And when that happens, I want to be prepared, and I want my friends to be prepared. So yeah, that is what I'm prepping for. Peace and love.